Sapna, and Steve and I enrolled our two children, Rowan and Darshan, at the French American School in September of 2010. So it's been about 2 years. And our son is in moyenne section, as they say, which is second year of preschool. And our daughter Rowan is in cours préparatoire, which is first grade. And I have to say, our children have really loved it.
Yeah, it's fun to see that they run to school in the morning and they complain if I pick them up too early. They want to stay and be with their friends. But it was really important for us to continue the kids' education in France. We had lived for 5 years in Paris, and both our kids were born there. And so they had a introduction to the language, and it was very important for us that they get a chance to continue that. And so we were quite fortunate that the school was here and was close to my work at Arizona State University and close to where we lived.
Yeah, when we were still in Paris, when I found out that the school was about to open, and I have to say I was really excited because our children were born in Paris, and our daughter was about to finish her first year of preschool, because in France preschool starts at 3 years, and she loved going to school every day. She's a native speaker of French, and when we're moving here, we're excited to come back home, but we really wanted to maintain the language. I think it was really important for us that that they keep up with their French. It's a beautiful language, and for a variety of reasons, we wanted to make sure that they remain francophone. And what's been exciting is that we've been here 2 years, and Rowan's French has improved. Her accent is just as Parisian as it ever was, and that's just delightful because we live in Tempe. We're surrounded by American English, and our kids are American, but because but it's important for us that they keep their French.
Well, it's important for us for several reasons. I'm a professor. I teach MBAs, and I've taught at various places. And when I look back at the kind of the best and brightest students, the students that have succeeded the most, almost all of them have some sort of something extra. And a lot of times that extra is language abilities. So when I taught in France, it was common for the students there to have 3 or more languages. And so this just opened a wealth of opportunities for them to take advantage of this global economy. And I just really think that it's going to help them both in their personal lives as well as their sort of professional lives going forward. It's just going to open so many more opportunities for them. So that's also why it was important for me.
Yeah, and for me, on a personal basis, I grew up in a multilingual household. So I grew up in Africa, going to a French school from kindergarten on to freshman year of high school. So at home, my parents spoke to us in Hindi. At school and with our friends, we were speaking French. With my brother and sister, we were speaking French. And we were speaking in English with our other friends. And my parents spoke another 2 languages to each other, dialects, which is amazing. So for me, I was confident that actually our children would be able to handle learning multiple languages at the same time. I mean, at home, actually, I speak to them in Hindi. So Rowan and Darshan are actually trilingual. And some people are surprised by that, but that's how I grew up. And in many parts of the world, people are multilingual. So for them, it's been no problem speaking all 3.
Yeah, it's been amazing for me to see because I had the exact opposite upbringing. So I grew up in California, monolingual family, didn't start learning a foreign language till high school. And by then, I wouldn't say it's too late, but it's much more difficult. And so I remember painfully back in high school that I spent probably twice as much time studying a foreign language and got by far the worst grades of anything I ever studied. And so to help my kids avoid kind of those challenges and difficulties and give them this leg up is, I think, just incredibly valuable gift to them.
Yeah, another thing I just loved about the French American School is that I thought that our kids would be unique in terms of being multilingual, and actually what's been amazing here is meeting other families who speak yet a 3rd language at home. So we have parents who speak in Spanish to their children at home, and the children are learning French here, and they also speak English. We have parents who are teaching their children Farsi. We have parents who are teaching their children Korean. I mean, it's pretty amazing. So it's actually, all the children are learning French, and yet it's a very international, diverse environment. And for us, coming from Europe, which was very international, coming here, it's been a wonderful environment to be in.
Yeah, we've really enjoyed the social activities among the parents and get together outside of school activities quite often. And it's been really neat to get to know some of the other parents here and share in sort of their lives and their experiences.
Yeah, and also in terms of our children, I just see how their lives are enriched, not just by the wonderful schooling they're getting here, but by the friends they've made here. They're not unique actually in being bilingual, trilingual. And it's been amazing, to have them think of this as perfectly normal. Their English is fantastic, their French is great, and their Hindi is very good as well. Though I have to say, French and English dominate right now. But hopefully they'll catch up on the Hindi as well. But we're also really pleased with the instruction level here.
Yeah, they've both learned quite a lot, and my daughter in first grade, you can just see, every night when she comes home, her reading is better, her math is better, and one of the things that was important for me to see is that her confidence is there. And I think part of that has to do with the small class sizes. They really get a lot of individual attention, and it shows. It shows sort of in her confidence that I can do this, and her pride in what she's learning.
Yeah, and we've gotten to know other French-speaking families or French families here, and there's sometimes people organize play groups and play dates with other French children, and it's wonderful to see our children communicate in French, in perfect flawless French, with other children here, right here in Phoenix, Arizona, and that's been really nice to see as well. But yeah, we're very happy, and I have to say it's heartwarming in the morning, dropping them off at school and having them run to school, which is really nice. I mean, I also, I work full-time, like Steve, and I work at ASU as a researcher, and so the children often stay for after-school care. There are times when either Steve or me will come a little earlier than normal to pick them up, and sometimes they're not very pleased to have been picked up as early because
it's not appreciated.
Yeah, it's a small school. It's a very nurturing environment, and in after-school care, they do their homework, they play, they relax, and so it's also really nice. It's a nice sign when your child is unhappy about leaving the school at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.